Hey guys, Fox here, and today we're going to be catching up on all the news that's happened in the past 24 hours. There's a lot in regards to the dispersal draft, a new head coach somewhere, a lot of stuff that honestly is good. I think that all the news we've gotten in the last 24 hours is all positive news, which is a lot different than all the other news the last couple weeks, which have been very divisive or just downright bad. The stuff we've heard recently, I actually like all of them, and I'll explain why, though there are a couple caveats to one of them. So be sure to subscribe and hit the bell. You'll be notified as soon as I upload any videos to keep up with all this news information that comes out. But without further ado, let's get started with the news that came to the players from the USFLPA. The new news is that, well, the draft is getting pushed back again. Yes, the dispersal draft is being pushed back to apparently next week, though there's no date or time set in stone yet. But the reason is because the official merger announcement is expected to come out next week. Now, it won't have all the details in the merger league, but the actual announcement of the merger league is supposed to come out next week. Presumably, this means that Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday we'll hear about the merger actually being official, and then Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday we'll hack the dispersal draft. I like this move. Now, yes, there's a couple issues that come about it, with the first one being that it's being pushed back again. But to the casual USFL or XFL fan, or I'll just say spring football fan, those who watch the NFL, watch college football, and only really think about spring football when it's spring football season, they've likely only heard that the merger, well, has been announced, that it was going to happen. But they don't know for sure if the merger has gone through. They might not know anything in regards to a potential dispersal draft. This is a way to get those casual fans notified about the dispersal draft happening before it actually does. And I do like that. It allows the casuals to actually understand what's going on rather than just come back in spring and be like, whoa, what happened to all these players, where all the teams go? So I like this move. Now, it's one issue. Cody Latimer put it best. If you don't know, he's a tight end on the Brahmas. XFL contracts expire on the 31st. The USFL had their free agency go on a couple extra days ahead of the dispersal draft. And now Latimer is saying that, hey, what about the XFL players? Our contracts expire. We have no new ones set in stone. How does it work? It's really weird. So they're going to have to figure out what to do with them. Maybe it'll be something like the players' rights, where if they want to come back, they have to go back to this team, which is what I'm presuming they'll probably do. But it is an issue that I'm kind of shocked they didn't already address. But they're probably addressing it because of the other reason why the draft got pushed back, which is the head coaches. Why? Because, well, we still don't know all 8 head coaches for the teams, and it wouldn't make sense to have a draft where their coaches aren't there. We still don't know about the Showboats head coach. There's still rumors about it being Riley, DeFilippo, or Horton, but we do know about the Brahmas. That's right, Hines Ward is out as Brahmas head coach. He is out because of a contractual dispute. Essentially, he doesn't want to sign the deal that is being put in place for the merged league, which a lot of people are expecting it to be a slight pay cut. But I'm kind of shocked that he didn't, but that's a different point. But who's replacing him? Wade Phillips. That's right, the guy who we've been hearing rumors about what's going to happen to him. Will he go to the Gamblers if Gamblers survive and Roughnecks don't? Does he still go in spring football? He does. He is going to the Brahmas. And after AJ Smith, his OC for the past year, put out an Undertaker gif about, him rising from the dead, everyone was wondering what that meant for him. Well, it means he's back as well, because AJ Smith will be the offensive coordinator of the Brahmas. This automatically makes the Brahmas a legit threat. The fact is, coming into this merger, naturally not counting the Showboats who don't have a coach right now, they came in as not only the worst team overall, but also with the worst head coach in Hines Ward. They automatically are boosted because of this. You're getting one of, if not the best coordinator, with really only a couple other guys vying for that spot in AJ Smith, and you get one of the best head coaches in Wade Phillips. This is a huge ad for the Brahmas, huge upgrade. But there's something to note about it. What does it mean about the contractual dispute? Essentially, to me, what it says is that every coach that is on a team that's surviving is the guy for this next year. It doesn't matter if you're keeping the spot of somebody else. It doesn't matter if you're keeping the spot of potentially Jim Haslett or John DeFilippo. Essentially, if you're the coach of a team, you have first dibs on staying there. If you sign your contract, you're going next year. You're going to be the coach next year. But if you don't, then there'll be replacements. To me, this says that guys like Curtis Johnson, Mike Nolan, as well as guys like, Reggie Barlow, they're fully safe from being replaced unless they don't sign the contract. Now, that might change. I know there's rumors about Mike Nolan, But at least hearing that with Hines Ward, as initially we thought it was just him being replaced because he, well, was the worst head coach that survived, it seems that more it's about just the money and the contract. So I honestly wouldn't be shocked if every other coach stays, or maybe we see a couple big names just shockingly leave because they don't sign the new contract. But we'll see. Overall, I think this is a huge upgrade for the Brahmas and is definitely really scary for everyone who's not a Brahmas fan. Getting two of the best coaches in the league, pretty big deal. Now, the other story is a very minor one, and that's going to be Jamar Smith tweeting out, dang, the USFL held its own, period. He just said that out of nowhere. Nobody really knows what it is yet. Um, you could see this as many different things. It could be something in regards to the CBA. It could be something in regards to the gamblers staying as the gamblers and not changing. It could be something completely different. I'm going to be interested to see what that is, or if this is something that just ends up being kind of a pointless thing he says, but we'll see. Now, other minor news, the USFLPA is leaving the UFPA. The whole situation is really weird. It's just essentially, it doesn't really change that much. It's just kind of weird, and they kind of were forced to do it with how the UFPA has been the last, little bit. So it is what it is. But overall, that'll do it for all the news you've pretty much heard recently. Like I said, I actually think all this is overall good. I like all of it. They only have to eat or just fix the difference in the XFL contracts for the players. But if they're able to figure out what to do with that, this all looks like good news, as long as we actually get the announcement next week. If it gets pushed back again, that's when we'll start having issues. But we'll see. If you like this content, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell so you'll be notified as soon as I upload any videos. Now, as always, have a great night.